is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cleveland Browns. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He finds an opening past the 40. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They try to quick. Get her inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On second down, Williams. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Now a pitch out to Williams. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
Flushed out right. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Gone!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the gun, Boyle. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete, and it's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
To throw on second down, Boyle. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, it brings me right out of my seat.
So he got 3 of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it, because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
No. Check. Patriot. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90.
On second down, Cook. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Leopard. All right, now, lucky 56.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10.
Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90. Hot.
On first down, Boyle. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. And down inside the 15 he goes. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And into the red zone now. And Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points, so you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes, make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
Now let's go.
Looking to throw on second down. Boyle. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. As his guys are in for 6. And the Niners have taken the early lead. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
Watch him now, Barney!
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that 1st down pass play. Now 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of the game for Hopkins. It's a 1st down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got a hand in and knocked it free.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. They'll drop the throw. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively, but instead it just brings up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot.
Looking to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It would be ideal.
They start the drive with Cook, and he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Lucky 56.
A give. This is Cook. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. They'll look to throw here. And he rips that one incomplete there.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Flush to his right. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 10 yards on the pickup. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he gets it down to the 32. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Tremaine Edmonds there to bring him down.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Set. Green.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And fights through one man. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Detroit! Detroit!
Handoff comes to Cook. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Odi Melifonwu. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Let's go! 319! 319!
On the ground, this is Williams. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. More from Cleveland after this. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Williams. And he's got this down to the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And a solid run down inside the 30. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
And he checks this one down to Williams. And down inside the 15 he goes. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And on 3rd and inches, we're going to get a whistle and a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. On 3rd down, that's Williams. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And he knocks it through. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to try and go deep again. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Throwing on 1st down. Boyle. Now he's forced out left. And oh, he coughed it up. And I think the Browns got it. They did. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And the Niners get there and bring him down. So thanks to the... We now proceed to the start of the second half. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Looking deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Boyle. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up, here we go! Blue, line it! Blue.
On 1st and 10. Boyle. Throw left side complete. It's Washington. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Now let's go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Here we go now.
To throw on second down. Boyle. Washington's got it. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
No. Check. Patriot. Set. Blue landing. Hot.
They'll run with Cook. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. The extra point up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get out.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 45.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Here we go now.
Off play action. Boyle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Detroit! Leopard!
Now a run with Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Looking to throw on second down. Boyle. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. In for the score. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens.
Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll set up to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short and shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher, guys trying to get to the football.
Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Gone.
He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain. 16 yards there and a first down again.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Flushed out right. And this one is incomplete.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch it now, Barney.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have cut it back within a score. So he scrambled right but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Throwing to start the drive. Boyle, he's going to go for a big play downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And way down into the red red zone before he's dropped inside of Cleveland's 15.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
No. Check. Patriot.
On the carry, it's Cook. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
All right, here we go.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. The Niners on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Set. Green 39.
They pitch it out to Cook. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Point after try forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. On the return, it's Tariq Cohen. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll make it a second down. They'll set up a throw. Eluding the pressure right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. Another costly turnover, their second of this second half. And earlier when I asked you your keys to the second half, you said, hey, it may be trite, but I think it's turnovers. That's coming to fruition.
It certainly is, and let's face it, they named the game after it, right? So isn't it the most important thing?
But it's football.
Exactly. They named the game for it. Take care of it.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Again, it's Cook. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps. You're trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On third down, it's Cook. And not much running room. Down to the 32. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up fourth down. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The 49ers are going to turn over to the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. This to make it a 3-score game late. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Derek Barnett in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
They'll run it with Williams. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Call it a gain of 13 yards on the play. And that'll bring up a third down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. He'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. The Browns on third down. Can't fault these numbers. 7 for 9 thus far. This is third and 10. They're going to look to throw. Flush to his right. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Higgins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. Back to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Williams. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. Again, it's Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
Green 39.
To throw on second down. Boyle. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney.
Cook. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Leopard! Leopard! All right, now, look at 56.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll fight his way forward to about the 48-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw. Boyle. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns, as it comes with 1:15 left to go in the second half. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Set. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Operating from the gun. Boyle going for the deep ball. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he comes back with one complete. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Steps away to his left. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off at the 24. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. First play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
On the ground, it's Cook. Powers through. Brushing off defenders. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
I know we're in the era of wide-open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football, and we just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day. And this is caught at the 8. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for San Francisco, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll have another road date next week with the Cincinnati Bengals. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they dropped just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to L.A. to take on the Rams. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.